I wanted to share some ragtime books I bought at Moe's in Berkeley yesterday. Moe's is at Telegraph and what's it called? And Haste. Okay, and it's in Berkeley on Telegraph and Haste. It's a bookstore, and they have used books there and new books. Of course, this is from the downstairs basement music section there. Not that big, but they have a lot of They have collectible and regular music there. So this is about 6 or 7 books I got in one section there, all ragtime. And this one is called Alexander's Ragtime Band and Other Ragtime Hits here. And it's got all these right here. Nice little bit of variety there. Just want to make sure this is on here. It is on. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot of variety there. Different rags there, different composers there. And the next one I have is this one here, 34 Ragtime Classics. Most of these are James Scott, as you can see there. Some Joplin, of course, but mostly James Scott. And you can't find this too often, these kind of books here these days. This one is another one. Again, this is mostly James Scott and Scott Joplin, it looks like here. And 34 Ragtime Jazz Classics for Piano. Looks like mainly James Scott there. And that's another one I have. This one I got through eBay. This is some Fats Waller things in here. This is like a couple of things he did. Not a whole lot of things, but a couple things he did in here that you don't have the whole score. I mean, not the whole score. You have a version of it in here, like Rumpsteak Serenade. Don't give me that jive. Mainly, you have a shorter version of the score. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but and they're entertaining to play, of course, and kind of short. Not too complicated, but you get a good, challenging sort of approach to the score here. This one here is Come and Get It, which one of his things that he did there. Another one is let's see here. E-flat blues is in here. This is the shorter version here. This one here that looks complicated here. This is what's it called? That's All. And because of course his style was, of course complicated. So one has a sort of this is Rumpsteak Serenade here. And this is kind of easy to play here. It's, a shorter version. And if you know what to do, which is called improv, you just take the score here and kind of improv according to what you would have heard Fats Waller doing, that sort of thing. So here you have a little more complication here because you want to, of course, try to play it like he played, if that's possible. And so that's it's not too lengthy a book. It's kind of short, but, another good book to have. This one's called Ragtime Showstoppers, and it has got quite a bit of stuff here and a lot of variety here, too. You've got Joplin, you've got James Scott, you've got different other authors or composers here, not just the usual, but some other things you wouldn't ordinarily see here in the ordinary ragtime book. There is plenty of variety here, and this might be on eBay or Amazon. Okay, so you've got all these different things by different composers, besides Scott Joplin or James Scott or Joseph M. Lamb. There's a lot of different variety sort of scores here for the individual that wants a lot of variety here. So there's about maybe 100, not sure how many here, 100 scores or so. Looks like it's going out of focus there. But, so that's another one that I got there at Moe's bookstore in Berkeley. They were closed, of course, during COVID, but they opened about a month or so ago. And also, Amoeba Records is open across the street, but only at certain short hours and certain days of the week. Okay, anyway, so this one here is Ragtime Piano. Again, you have a variety of individual works, not just the usual Scott Joplin, James Scott, and that sort of thing, but you have other different composers here that did different things. And this would be also on eBay or Amazon, where these kinds of things are still available. One just has to search on Amazon. Okay, so we have, it's used, but there's nothing wrong with that. You get the good stuff. And the Scott Joplin, James P. Johnson. These are the shorter versions of the score. You have the longer versions, and for example, the transcriptions by Paul Marcarellis on the website blueblackjazz.com. You have the longer versions that are pay to download. These are the shorter versions, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a shorter version of the same score. And then you have these other ones here that I have not seen these before myself. Some of them. Okay, so then it looks like someone did a chordal synopsis of the different scores there. But anyway, that's what this one has. Mills music, of course, and they had these kind of covers in the 60s and such, back then, the old-fashioned sort of, pictures to advertise the type of music and such there, okay? This one is a David Jason book that, again, these are hard to find except maybe on eBay or on, of course, Amazon, where you would see these still available, of course, for, or I'm not sure, maybe on via another download site or something, but mostly eBay and, of course, Amazon would have these. This, again, is Ragtime Gems, 25 Ragtime Classics. And again, you have a little bit of variety here. Not the usual sort of rundown, but you see what's in here is different scores here that you would ordinarily see in set in separate formats as separate individual works. But here you have a variety of different scores here to choose from. Not just the usual fare, but you have different composers and different scores here to give you a little variety, okay? And here's the rest of them here to give you an idea of what's in here and what one can order if one wants to through eBay, okay? There's some other sources such as there is Les Ragtime Français, which is a website that is moderated by what's his name? Let's see. It's anyway. It's a website that you can download free scores and some pay to download scores of the same sort of thing. Where you have Fats Waller, you have James P. Johnson, you have different piano roll transcriptions on there. And here again, we have a lot of variety here. This is a David Jason book, of course, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with here. One or two that he did of this particular 2-volume set. One is Ragtime Rediscoveries. One is Ragtime. Ragtime something. It was Ragtime Rediscoveries, and another one. Might say in here somewhere. He did 2 of these. I have the other one somewhere here. Okay. But anyway, back to the table of contents here real quick. Sorry that I got off track there. But I'm sure that we're familiar with this one here. Let's find the table of contents real quick here. Right here. Sorry about that. So again, here we have what's in here. So things that we're familiar with, that we've heard people performing at the festivals here, and all things that people can play, and variety here for the performer, of course. The Ragtime Rediscoveries, and he did another one. I forget the name of it. I have it somewhere. Let's see here. Ragtime Rarities. Here it is. Ragtime Rarities and Ragtime Rediscoveries. So you see them listed here on the bottom there. Okay, those 2. Okay, so there's that one, and then that's just what I got in Berkeley yesterday. And one can always go to one's local used bookstore, and they should have these, depending on what you have out there in your area somewhere. It should be like a used bookstore. They'll have used music and kind of things that you can buy that are collectible. And I have other things here, but that's just what I bought yesterday. And then I don't want to make this too lengthy, so I better stop here. But I just wanted to share what I got in Berkeley, so I better stop there because I don't want this to be too long. And sorry that it was long anyway. So, but anyway, that's what I got in Berkeley. So, just sharing that. Sorry that this was too long.